Hello friends, just today I am going to discuss Numpy's basics. So first I am starting like how do we get a version of Numpy. So our motive is to work as a Numpy platform. Numpy is a library to use in Pythons. And why do we use a Python means enhance of the Pythons we have already a Python programming language, so why are using other libraries in Pythons like Numpy? Because it's 20 times faster, so most of the time we are working on a data. So data means takes sometimes more. So if you are working the another platform and it is taking a lesser time, so it's a good for everyone. So let's import and go back here. Import numpy hnp and now run it. I'm running all these library at a Google Colab. So let's go and log in Google Colab, and you can see it's a good for everyone. We can easily save automatically, but one most important thing, you need to internet connectivity, otherwise it's not possible. And now I want to check my version of the, so let's the np dot underscore, put here twice underscore and version like VERSION. It's a version, so you can see here it's a version, and now run it. So my version, numpy's version is 1.22 and 4. So it's a version. And let first now we can arrangement made to the some, we can create a list tuple array sets as a like a sequence way. So how do we create? So let's np dot array, np dot array, and you can write any numbers, it doesn't matter, but first you write here the parenthesis. Inside of the parenthesis we write here list, and to write any number like this. So I have written here the 1 2 3 4 5. It's my numbers, and now I have already created like a array. Similarly, if you want to uh, give us something a variables name, so I can write like a variables name like a a1 is a variables, so array1 it should be, so it's a variables name, and it's good for we can, but it will not print it. But if you are writing a variables name like this, then we can easily print here. It's a way, this is the way. But if you want to type in it means something like this, if you want to print the something like a type, so let's here it's a type and a1, so you can say n dimensions array has been printed. Similarly, just I am going to create something like a check your address of the each array using a functions like a representing the address ID. So how do we change? So let's, I am going to create like another array, so AR2, and I am writing the another name of this. Yeah, I have already written the same ID right here, array1, and I am going to write here another is the same elements in this array, but I am going to write here it's a, but but I am putting here the name of the variable will be the different, so AR2. Now I want to check what is the ID numbers of both array. So let's I then write here ID and it's a A1. So let's check it. Its ID is this one, and I want to check like the ID2. ID and it's a A2. So let's check it. It's a E2. So is it similar? No, it's a dissimilar because variables are changing. So your ID is also changing. ID's name also being a change here. So it's a way we can. But if let's assign the address like a, suppose I am writing here A3, it should be equal to like a A1. A3 should be equal to the A, like a A1. Now I want to check like a A1 and A3 ID. So what happened? So ID it's a A1. Let's check it. And ID it's a A3. Let's check it. So these both are the same here. So after assigning the address value, we can see that the address value are the same. But if I want to copy only the value, so you can use np.copy method. And so let's say like I am creating like a A4. It should be equal to like np dot copy. It's a copy and A1. So I have created like a copy of the A4, and then I would like to check here ID4, is it changing and not changing. So let's say ID and I am writing here A4. So you can see your ID 3 and 4, and you have copied the ID 1. So ID 1, look here. So it's a dissimilar. So it is also changing. So if we are changing a value, so its ID is also changing. So it's a good way we can understand these topics. Now I am going to discuss like how to create an array like with a tuple. So creating an array like a tuple, it's creating with tuple, creating with tuple, it's a tuple. So let's see first right here like type parenthesis, it's a double parenthesis because, and 1 comma 3 comma 5 comma 7 comma 9 comma 11. We can check here, it's a tuple. But np array, but if I am writing here like a np and array, so what happened? It's the same way. And now I am using the numpy np dot look here. So I think I have written 3 times of brackets, is wrong. I need to the write only the twice brackets. So yeah, np dot array, np dot a double r, oh sorry, it's a array. Yeah, so we can see here I have created like a output is one parenthesis inside look like a list, creating the width like a dictionary. So if I am creating like a, let's type, and if I am creating inside of this parenthesis, I am going to create like a quotations. So a, let's write a slice 2, and next b slice 3, and c slice 4. So I have created a like a type. This means I am creating a dictionary, and then we can see here it's a dictionary, and same dictionary like with a numpy. So we can see it's a numpy np dot control c and np dot array, like so you can numpy has been created like a this one. So we can see here dictionary has been created and data types should be equal to like a object. Normally creating array with the sets like this. So we could see here. So it's a creating array with the sets. Arrays with sets. So how do we create? So let's first I need to write here name of these elements like a sets means there are two types of a set. One is the set builder, another is roster form. So if you write like a one and sets, it is not possible to the repeated terms can print it here. So we can write here only once. So if I write here one, two like a three times, and it's a three like a two times. So let's print here. So we can see here the repeated value has been printed only once. So it's a sets. And now I want to see here the type. So it's a type like a 1 comma 2, oh sorry, it's a 2 comma 2 comma 2 comma 3, it's a comma 3, it's type. You can see here like this. Okay, it's a set. Next, np dot array, just we can create like a numpy array also. Numpy np dot array, it's a array has been created. So it's a good to understand. Normally lists are the commonly used to create an array here. Now creating the array like with the orange. So orange we can see there, like it's the same concept to a range. In the standard pythons we are using a range. So if I am going to write here, it's a list, and I am creating like I for range, I for I in range, I in range 10, I is range 10. So it's a 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Similarly, if I am going to use here in the np dot arrange, it's a similar. This is a it's a np dot orange. So you can see, look like a print here. So I have printed the same thing. And another way, like if you I want to print like a np dot orange only, and we can, it's a np dot orange, np dot orange, like to write here 10, it's a, like this. And like if I want to write here np dot orange, 1 comma, it's a 10. So we can also like a print here array look like this, it's a 9, because 10 is a excluded. So I will start from like a 1, but I want to start like a, suppose some value like this, it's a 100, but it should be a differences between like a 5. Is it possible? So it's, you can create like a, according to your requirements. So I am getting here the differences between all these range has been created, but its a differences are like this. So similarly, just let's just I want to, I have already created and I want to like want to see a length of this arrange. So what should I do? So first need to the here we can create here the some variable, like it's a len one, it's a like a variable, and I want to see here it's a length of this variable. So it's a good for understand. Now let's see. Yeah, it's a print here len1, and next I can write len, and it's a parenthesis like a len1. It's a 20 elements. So look here, all these 20 element has been printed here. So if you want to like a size, so we can, because we have created a value variable len1, and it's a, like a size, so you can put here dot size, size, it's a size here, and I want to here print here, size is also, it's a similar to the length. Similarly, the numpy array deals with each element by converting it to the same data types, like a 1 by 2. So the important things is that the numpy array process the same type quickly and effectively as one of its characteristics. So, however, although array can be made with the different types of array, so each type is converted into the same types. So it's a like if I am converting like this way, nt dot array and inside of the parenthesis, so comma 2.3, it's a comma true, right? So it has been printed like this. You can see here it's a true has been printed. So the different types of the array can be created such as integer, floats and booleans, but in hands of the true, each types of converted into the same types. So let's see, it has been converted into the numpy array process like a same type quickly and effectively. So one of the its characteristics. So although the array can be made with the different types of array, so each type converted into the same types. And next here, NumPy array deals with each elements by converting it into the same data types. This means like the sometimes due to the integer types, the array converted into the float and integer floats and booleans types together. So if I write like a r5 something should be equal to nt dot array, and just if you write here something, some name of these elements like the 112 comma 5.1, it's a comma false, right? Now I want to print here, and ar5, okay, it has been printed. All are floats here. It's a false like a 0, and it's a I want to see here the type. So let's see, I write here type, this, so let's see here type like a it has been created in the array. But if I want to create like a type like this, so one more thing, like the first element, so we can create here the list and put here the it's a zeros. So Python will start any indexing like a zeros. So I want to see here the types like a zeros. So I could see here like a, okay, it's a 0 means, yeah, like this. So AR5 has been printed numpy and it's a float. Yeah, yeah, float 64. So it's a, if you write it's a similar way the any other characteristics, so we can do here. So the data types of the numpy is a return the numpy data type format, and different types of array are created such as like an integer, it's a floats, and it's a string. So it's a depends on the you here what do you want to see there. So Like if you write here, like suppose it's a 11, so due to the 11, it's the integer type, the array is a converting into the string, and when the integer floats and string types are together. So data types like a int, numpy array, like a int 8, int 16, int 32, int 64, int like a integer underscore u integers int 8, int 16, uint 32 and 64. These are the integers. It's a and float 16, float 32, float 64, float 128, float underscore. These are the floating points, and booleans, bool underscore means booleans, and string underscore and unicode underscore like a strings. So the 8 in a integer 8 and is a 8 bits, which is the range of the value, that is the value can represent. So these are the basic types of we can try to understand. And now one more thing, just suppose we are like explaining the 8 bit. So 8 bit means 2 to the power 8, it becomes the 256. So since the bit represents two value, like a 8 bits can becomes like a 2 to the power of 8, representing up to 256 integer. So in integers, this value range from minus 128 to 127. So the range is up to 127, not 128, because 0 is excluded. So if only positive value are used, the space of the range of negative numbers need to be crossed over the positive numbers, and this time you the first letter of the unsigned meaning positive is used. So therefore unit 8 range from 0 to 252. So let's today I am completing here, like I just finished, and next class just I will continue like a data types of numpy array, and we will go ahead. So I think you can understand here, it will be help someone. Thank you very much.